And good evening, fellow travellers in space and time, and welcome through the depths of the space-time continuum to this particular moment in the space-time continuum, which is Thursday evening. Yay! It is 8 o'clock. It's time for more space shenanigans, etc., etc., etc. So yes, apologies, Wintermute GB, yes, because you are entirely right. I wasn't entirely sure whether I'd be making it back today, but I have, and I'm here, so sorry to disappoint you by turning up. But I wasn't sure quite what time we'd get back from our shenanigans, as you've probably seen on Twitter. But shenanigans have been shenaniganed, and we're back in one piece, and we're here, so hope that's not too disappointing for you. I'll do my best to disappoint you further throughout the course of the evening, if that's okay. So yes, I wasn't entirely sure back on Monday when I said that I wasn't sure that I'd be here on Thursday, but now it's Thursday and I am sure I in fact am here. So does that clarify everything? I think it does. Is the car still in one piece? It is. It is. I fixed grown man playing with cars. I'm not. That's either a very, very, very good pun or it's a very, very bad typo. I'm not sure what it is, but I'm going to go for very, very good pun because I'm generous. All right. Anyway, before we get into any more of that, because we already have started effectively, so let's go how we need to go on. Let's do the thing because the thing is the thing. And the thing must be done. It's a deliberate spelling error. Wintermute GB, yes, I'm sure it is, because you're a very witty chap of greatly underestimated intelligence, dare I say it. Anyway, who's first in the chat? Commander Sonak. Commander Sonak is first in the chat with a very cheery 07 Space Cadets. Excellent to see you. Dr. MC Tool is here as well. The Aracuses are here, ready to fend off the invasion of the Harkooners as ever. Enigma-ish, which I'm getting around to saying properly. Apologies for the thousands of years of whatever it was I used to say. Enigma-ish, that's what I used to say. Enigma-ish. I'll try and get that burnt into my memory. The Harkooners are here, poised as ever to invade Arrakis, but Arrakis is in the chat before the Harkooners, which means that they, presumably the defence shields or perimeters are up and all in place to fend off the invasion. So all is good there. Orkney Sean is here, yes. I was racing cast was actually yesterday, and then travelling back, possibly with damaged cars, was today. But fortunately, no, all racing and mucking about with cars happened yesterday, and no damages were ensued, so that's good. Big Boo is here. Hello, Big Boo. Good to see you. Thank you very much. How are we, my Gex and Goys? Well, we're all good. All appendages, pseudopodia, tentacles, etc. are as they should be, which is good. An Electron Ghost is here. Good to see you. Commander Sinclair is here as well. Eridan Dundragon is here too. Wintermute GB is obviously here because we've already talked. Of course he is. Julia is here as well. Yay! Good to see you, Julia. Lovely to see you as well. Is there anybody else I haven't welcomed? I think we have Andy P783. Yes. Hi, sorry for being late. Have I missed the thing? The thing is, you've just squeaked in at the end of the thing there, Andy P783. So that's quite good. Julia says that she is not actually present, but slightly offset in time. I'm not quite sure how that makes sense, but are you speaking to us from 10 minutes in the future? In which case, could you advise me how much waffling I do, and then I can stop it exactly on the right spot. Wolf99 has got the Chromecast running, so I'm on the big screen. I go stretch out then. Oh, there we go. The big screen. Excellent. Plenty of space to move around. I don't know why that makes any sense, but it makes me laugh. Julia Kerman is 6 hours in the past. It's 2 p.m. Wow. Okay, so that puts you in the yes. Puts you in the United States, which is excellent. Probably, or at least in that one of those time zones, in that sort of Eastern Central Time, Western. I don't understand how American time zones work. But yeah, so there we go. Never mind. US Central. There we go. Perfect. Commander Sea Dweller is here as well, with the fleet of Wombles in tow, presumably. Now, I thought this evening again we would continue with a bit of SpaceBourne 2 to sort of see if we can get out of the tutorial to actually sort of experience whatever it is that the game actually is. Because we didn't complete the tutorial, and the tutorial seemed to be quite long-winded and There seems to be a lot of content in it. I dare say it needs a bit of polish, but it did introduce us to quite a lot of stuff, all of which, of course, I have forgotten in the interim. So there may be a little bit of confused jabbing at keyboards as we proceed through, but we'll do our best. Well, at least I'll do my best. You guys are obviously brilliant. Let me fire it up once more. SpaceBourne 2 play. Because I have to say, I was pleasantly surprised. I wasn't totally bowled over, but I was pleasantly surprised, considering it's a very small dev team. This, isn't it? It came across quite well. We had on foot combat, of which I was predictably rubbish at. We had in space combat, which was I was predictably slightly less incompetent at, but because obviously space games is much more my thing. Yeah, it held together. I mean, it was a bit janky in places. Janky is a word I've been introduced to in the last week. Jankiness is basically, it's kind of like, it's okay, but it's not quite right. So, and I think we had some slightly interesting dialogue and a few interesting spelling mistakes, which clearly shows the game needs a lot of polish, which I don't think anybody would disagree with. But it was quite compelling of a space adventure, and who doesn't want a bit of space adventure, right? And I particularly like the way the game sort of chucked into all sorts of stuff quite quickly. There was, it never felt at all boring. So I think I called my game Stream 1, which makes sense. I'm about to load this save file. Yep. Let's give that a whirl. Sancho Ao is subscribed with Prime. Thank you very much for that, Sancho Ao. Well, we're here in space. Oh, that's right. Hadn't we just come through a? We'd come through like a warp gate thing, hadn't we? That's it. There it is. The Stargate. The warp gate thing. It's called a Stargate. Let's stick with that. And I'd somehow managed to get myself into third-person view for the spaceship, which is nice. Which might be easier to fly, actually. We'll find out. We had sort of. I did have a quick muck about with it during the week in terms of the HOTAS, and I can't get the HOTAS to work smoothly enough to make the game playable. I mean, it's okay to fly around, but it's useless for combat. So I'm going to stick with the mouse for reasons of playability, which is a bit of a shame because, in my head, you don't fly a spaceship with a mouse. You fly it with a joystick. At least if it's that type of spaceship, Contrasting that with the spaceship, the lovely Eurydice from Starship Simulator, which of course is all autopilot-y, very, very modern stuff, which is probably how spaceships will work, I think, in the future, rather than this kind of hands-on stuff. But for the sake of fun, that's kind of good. Now, if we recall, we had tried to get ourselves. Basically, on last week's exciting episode, we had been told that we were a lazy bum, told to get a job. We'd flown off to try and get a job. That had all gone completely south straight away, as these things obviously do. We ended up having to pinch, basically board this place to get shot at to get some stuff, and then we ended up back at the space station where this kind of robot guy gave us a head and said we needed to assemble this body, and then we had to travel to a different system, which is what we've done, and we're now being told to go to the Zonaxa system via the Stargate and dock at the Sonax station. So the tutorial is still leading us on to do stuff, as far as I can tell. Is anyone watching from the future? Can you let us know what you fly your spaceship with? I mean, Pilot GPT. I would like to. Yes, computer. I would like to go to the Zonaxa system, please, via the Stargate and dock at the Sonax station. Right, you are, Mr. Wager. That's how the future surely is going to work, right? Anyway, now we had different types of weapons, which I can't seem to activate at the moment. I've forgotten what the keys are. And we did have a cloaking device as well. So there's missiles on board, which I think I fired a couple and missed completely with. So, so go to the Zonix K1 system via the Stargate. Scotty Hotas, how quaint, yeah. There is the Stargate. Now we have to do some complicated stuff, which I have to say, I can't remember how to do it. Was it T? There's Sonax station. Right, there we go. Right, so set target, left mouse button. What does E inspect do? Oh, it allows us to go and have a look at it. That's quite nice. Look at that, like a contra-rotating space station. How do we get out of that mode? Escape? Oh, there we go. Okay, so let's do that again. So we can actually have a poke around. So that's where we are at the moment. So that's actually where we want to go. All right. So there's the course set, and then here I am, brain the size of a planet, and you want me to fly your spaceship. Oh yeah, I mean, I wonder if they. Has anybody done that yet? Taken the chat to GPT and kind of put a Marvin overlay. Thoroughly depressed AI. That would be really good. Yeah, chat GPT, how may I help you today? Rather than Marvin AI, how can you waste my time this morning, human? I think that would be excellent. Yeah, the zoom in was good. So can we zoom in on other stuff? Let's just. Yeah, we can. Look. So if I want to. This is nice actually. So if I want to, this is the system I'm in. So if I want to have a check out the planet, I can. That's really quite nice, isn't it? I don't know how I get back out of that mode without going into having to come right out of it, if that makes sense. But we can inspect stuff, and it's got a little bit of data in it. Look, so that one doesn't, but this one does. Uvis is a Type 4 planet with some gravity. With a foggy surface. The average wind speed is 231.8 kilometers per hour. It's very precise, that is. The average speed is 231.8 kilometers per hour. It's like, okay, so there's a thunderstorm on the surface. You want to watch out for the thunderstorms. They're pretty darn dangerous, I think. Thunderstorms. I haven't actually encountered a thunderstorm myself, but. I've heard on the space grapevine that they're not a great thing. This one has light snow on the surface. I sense a bit of procedural generation or randomness creeping in here. With maybe variable is a variable planet with variable gravity with variable on variable. The average wind speed is variable. But apart from that, it's giving us a nice sense of a little bit of immersion as that we're in a different system, which is quite good. The escape route, the only point in the solar system that can be reached without encountering any obstructed. It really does need a spell checker, doesn't it? And the Stargate, which is where we are now, a Stargate allows you to travel from the current solar system to other systems or sectors. Okay, well that makes sense. There's a trade hub here. There's a few other bits. There's a faction hangar, an outpost. So there's lots of space stations and stuff in this system. It's telling us to go here. Okay, so we've plotted the course. Then there's the Sonax station up there. Okay, so we have to press middle mouse button to lock. Okay.
Calibration module activated.
There we go.
Calibration completed. Waiting for the thruster input.
Okay. Right, I have to charge something. W? Waiting for charge. What's the charge button? Anybody? Can you remember? I only know what the keys are. Totally forgotten the keys. Too many games. Gameplay interface. Input your thruster. Not putting my thruster anywhere near the inputs. Thank you very much. Thrust forward. It's under throttle. Under throttle. Throttle. Toggle. I thought it was W or something. Toggle warp drive. B. Toggle relative. I don't know what I'm doing. Is that obvious yet? Toggle warp drive. B. Why would it be B? Oh, B for toggle. No, that doesn't make sense. It's not a D throttle, Winterbeach. Stop it. Yeah, what was it? Can anyone remember? Let's try B.
Warp drive offline.
No, it wasn't B. So it's not the warp drive. B for B going faster. I've also lost the toggle, so that definitely wasn't it. Oh no, there we go. That's locked on. No, it's not, because oh no, I've locked on. I've not locked onto the space station. I've locked onto the wrong thing. That's definitely right. I want to go there. There we are. Right, so that
Calibration module activated.
locks me on. Left
Calibration
shift.
completed. Waiting for
J1
the
Gamer
thrust
555 says left flip shift. Yeah, and they are correct. Well done, left. J1 Gamer 555. Here we go. That's very pretty. I like that. So this is the sort of in-system drive, which is a remarkably new way of covering vast interstellar distances without all that tedious mucking about in hyperspace. Right, try and remember that left shift, and we can see the planet approaching as well, which is quite nice. And there's quite nice sound as well. Ooh, oh, all wobbly as we came out of hyperspace. That's quite a nice effect. Right, so was that the warp drive? Left shift drive engaged. It was the left shift drive. Right. Okay. So here we are at Sonex station, which doesn't appear to be rotating. It just says go and dock at the Sonex station. Well, we're here. So where is the docking bay? And how do I have to hail the station? Looks like I do. Up there. So I press H, don't I? There we go. There we go. Docking request. I quite like the way this works, actually.
Docking request granted. In order to use station services, please dock to the port reserved for you in the next minute.
Cool. There we go. So is that on this side of the station or the other side? Relatively unlikely drive. This is quite a big looking space station, so although the rings aren't rotating like they were in the... So is it on this side that says 500 meters? Is that... Sounds like my car trying to start up. Oh no, there's a timer, you're quite right, I'm supposed to dock quickly. I don't think I'm going to make it. That's a very short... Oh, there it is, there, on the top. Am I going to make it? Oh. I might have to ask for it again. Oh. No, I've gone... I've gone into some other mood. Don't know what that was.
Docking request granted. In order to use station services, please dock to the port reserved for you in the next minute.
Oh. Right, now I've got to put the undercarriage down. Does anyone remember how to put the undercarriage down in?
Landing gear deployed.
Yay. Okay, so we did land. And then we switched to mode. Okay, so there's my ship. Good. Right, okay, so we're here. So I've got my magnetic boots on. Oh look, there's another person over there taking off with their ship. That's quite cool. So where's the rest of the station? So look at that, the station, the rest of the station is there. That's quite nice. The docking bay appears to be this end though. How's this going to work? Okay, so inside, going down. Oh, ship manager. So okay, this is quite nice. So little hollow terminals. Call ship transfer items. Okay, so it's not actually on the terminal, but there's a force field or something there. Bit of advertising. Elevator landing port 2. Elevators. Okay. I like the fact there's a little bit of advertising going on around the back. What's that? Looks like a... It's quite... I mean, there's a reasonable amount of interior in here. What's going on down there? It's just a glowiness. Suggesting we should follow the elevator, I think. Just have a peer around. There's a little terminal there. Okay, so it... Oh, so okay, there's a map. Alright, so we've gone down the elevator to an internal floor of the station, which is a bit of a cutscene kind of thing.
The next flight will be in 231 hours. Passengers going to the Terrax system can be requested.
Okay, so there's consoles here, so what can... Oh, okay, so we can talk to things to buy stuff. Okay, so that's probably not something that we need to worry about at the moment, but it's there. That's how we get back up. We've got to talk to somebody called Smin, which appears to be this... Oh, he's 86 metres away, wherever that is. Living quarters and marketplace. Okay, so this is the inside of the space station, effectively. So there's consoles. United Security Council criminal delivery unit. Captors on ship. No captive found on deck. Okay. Does that mean you can ambush people and capture them and stuff? So this is just the lift, I'm guessing. Fast travel. Oh, okay. So you don't have to walk around. You can just teleport to where you want to be. Okay, landing pad. Entrance. Marketplace, living quarters. Okay. Well, let's walk because might as well have a look around. Shiny surface floor. In the tradition of all space games nowadays, there's a bit of litter on the floor. Okay, so this is... That's a box that we can... No. The NPCs are now walking around, which is good. They weren't doing that last week. Oh, there's a bit of background chatter. That's quite nice.
Please proceed to gate 3 immediately.
So...
Final checks are being completed.
Is this like a sort of generic space station that we will use in the future? This guy's not happy with whatever that console's telling him.
This is the final boarding call. Thank you.
That's quite a fluid sort of animation, though, isn't it? That guy. I mean, he's not happy about something. That looks quite good. That's one of the better ones I've seen, actually. Oh, sorry, just knocked the mouse there. Okay, so it's quite a nice vibe. So anyway, Sven is still... There doesn't seem to be a way through. So how do we get to Sven? Fast travel is a funky shortcut. We came down there, didn't we? So maybe it's through here. This is quite a big interior, actually, isn't it? Okay, I'm quite impressed by the amount of space in the space station. Elevators and litter, pretty advanced. Well, I mean, it's got stairs and elevators and litter. Let's tick all the things off. Have we seen a space bar yet? We haven't. We kind of have, haven't we? But not a proper space bar. So that's still on the list, I think. There's a space lounge. Look, and the NPCs are all. Well, let's just get, because it's important to get the vibe of the place. Is there any way in there? Is that a space lounge or is that a? That sounds like a pre-boarding place. So I'm not sure how you get in there.
Passengers, small children, and any passengers requiring special assistance.
Sounds like they've taken a boarding announcement direct from an airport. No NPCs standing on chairs. No, the NPCs are, by and large, behaving themselves quite well. Look, they're walking around. Now they've got stuck trying to get past each other, but they've figured it out. It's interesting to have a look at the different NPCs, actually. So there's quite a lot of alien life forms. Look at this guy. He's definitely a kind of weird alien. I mean, he, she, or they, or whatever nowadays. I mean, carrying a lot of weight there as well, by the way. So, you know, obviously there's humans or human types in this universe. Look, she's off now. So, this guy looks human-ish. Then there's a different alien race. So there's quite a few alien races. So, I saw a robot-y type thing. There's a guy in a suit. Let's just have a look through the window here at the different types of aliens. So people in kind of combat suits, people with masks and head cowls. They're mostly humanoid, which I guess is easier to code for, right? There was a robot type creature that wandered off down here. Don't know where they went. And there's, you know, again another tick box for the interior of space stations. Cables are unplugged that don't go anywhere. This is major health and safety issues, but all space games seem to have major health and safety issues. So here's another. That's a humanoid. But the NPCs are at least make. There you go. There's the robot-y one. So let's just see if we can intercept this one. Yeah, so that's like a robot, isn't it? So, and the background chatter's quite good. Yeah, I know. That's another thing. So health and safety isn't a thing on space stations. Security doesn't really seem to be a thing on any space station. I mean, I don't know, can I get my gun out? I can. Look, I can get my gun out. Nobody bats an eyelid. Artificial person. I suppose I ought to behave myself, because who knows who's listening nowadays, right? Okay, so it's basically a central corridor. There's Smen over there, this person we're supposed to go and speak to. So look, Explorers Guild again. So this looks interesting. I don't know how far we've got to go to do it. Anyway, I suppose I better get on with it. Okay, so this is the back of the station. It's quite big, isn't it? Quite a lot of space, as it were, in this space game. Open carry gun laws is the future, apparently, yeah. It's not a space game unless there's loose cables strewn about the place with literally exposed wiring and service panels. It does seem to be a thing, doesn't it? And it's just a splat on the floor. A shiny splat on the floor, as you can see. Who knows what's happened there? Right, so where is this Smen? This is Smen over here. So again, there's a lot of NPCs hanging around. And now look, this looks SpaceBourne-ish. There's definitely drinking going on here. Is there somewhere I can get a drink from? Discount? What's that? It says drink completely ignoring the mission. Just desperate to get himself a drink. Discount items. Components. I can see a bunch of people hanging around having a drink, but that's paint, right? Please tell me what it is. I don't know. Maybe someone's been incinerated on the spot or something. I haven't been looking up. Actually, the lighting's quite good. Not transparent, but quite good. So I don't see anywhere obvious to get a drink from. But plenty of people here seem to be enjoying a drink. So does that almost ticks off the space bar thing, but other than the fact that I haven't got a drink. Anyway, right, I suppose that's where you ought to. Are you watching me, Beninga House Girls? The mind boggled. Right, Smen. Right.
How can I help?
Well, I have a. Oh, okay, that's right. How do I select the text?
Of course, that's what I do for a living. Let me see the pieces.
Okay, so he's an expert robot-y dude. Oh, we've given him all the robot pieces, right?
Now that's a beautiful thing. It's been decades since I've seen a similar model. It must be more than 50 years old. Fascinating. Yes, I can do that, but it will cost you both time and money.
How much money and time? That's a good question.
Okay, if I should be repairing this guy, it will cost you something for sure. You need to understand that it's pretty hard to get the right spare parts, but I fear that without those, I won't be able to get him back to life. Now it depends on you. I could do that for you, but it will cost you a significant amount of TY, and it will take at least 2 hours. But
2
I've got
hours?
a proposal for you. Instead of paying me, you could do a small job for me, while I'm putting your robot back together. Otherwise, just pay me 600 TY, and come back later.
600? There's 6,000 there.
It is easy as I said. I have not been able to reach a friend for a while, who has been living on planet Mars. I want you to check him out for me.
Okay, so rather than pay money, which presumably we haven't got, I don't know how much money we've got, but I imagine we haven't got any.
Great. I'm adding the location of the place where he lived to his scanner. Please let me know as soon as you reach him.
Okay, yeah, 2 hours. Yeah, that's fine, mate. that's faster than I expected. Right, okay, so presumably back to the ship, but no option for a space beer, alas. That says components. Does it allow us to buy anything? F to interact. Oh, so we can buy suits and shotguns and things. Oh, there we go. Look. Is that the amount of money we've got? 6,000, 1,000. So there are things to buy, but no sign of a space beer. What is this? Asda's. Ah, it's Asda's. Is that Asda price? No, it's Asda guns. Okay, so there are sort of shops around. So it's a sort of mall, equipment place as you kind of would expect. Let's just go to the other side. What else is here? Is it the same sort of stuff? No, it's not. There's all sorts of things. Shield boosters, and so it's sort of where you get your upgrades, services as well. But no sign of a space beer. So we're gonna have to recommend that. 6,000. So TY. I don't know what a TY is. I assume a TY is a credit or some kind of unit of currency that we've been informed about at some point along the line. I've forgotten about. But spacebar is in the middle of the keyboard. But deep fields. There's kids these days. 2 hours is long. I know. 2 hours. Yeah, that's fine, mate. I'll just. Right. The problem is, look, that NPC is doing some stuff. Be fixing machine. So the NPCs are doing some. They're actually doing quite cool stuff. Okay, so I mean, it's not Star System sophisticated, is it? But I would hesitate a guess that the interior space here is bigger than anything I've seen in Elite Dangerous. At least there's a station, you know the kind of shopping mall departure lounge bit in Elite Dangerous. This is a bit more simplistic. Obviously, you don't actually go into the list, but there we go. So now we're back up here, but it's got quite a pleasant sense of scale to it. So I don't know which landing port. Oh, hang on, there we go. Which landing port are we on? How do I know where my ship is? Is a question. It was up here. Was it up these stairs? I think it was up these stairs. Is this my ship here? Definitely looks like it. Where did I park the car? Yeah. Okay, so Here we go. We get back in the ship. So it works quite well. The transition between the ship and the ground. I mean, it's not Armstrong moment or anything like that, but it's okay. What services can we access inside the ship? Okay, so we can actually get to the same thing. Okay, and that's also telling us that there's some ships close by. So take off R. It's a little bit of cutscene, but it works okay. Yeah, and yeah, it's got that kind of slightly Mass Effect-y sort of vibe, hasn't it? Which is fine. Don't need it to be super sophisticated to have some fun. Right, so undercarriage.
Landing gear deployed.
No, it was automatic.
Landing gear retracted. Right,
so go to the Coron's lab at Zunvar's planet. We're looking for somebody. Is SpaceBourne 1 worth it? I like working through lore. So I don't know anything about SpaceBourne. I actually tried it. I've gone straight to SpaceBourne 2 because lots of people requested I have a look at it. Hence the reason I'm looking at it. So I can't tell you, I'm afraid. I don't know if SpaceBourne 1 is a prequel to this, or this is a sequel to... Yeah, more accurately, this is a sequel to SpaceBourne 1 and the events of SpaceBourne 1, or whether this is just totally different. I got the impression from what people have been just saying is that SpaceBourne 2 is kind of like a new game, but the developer learned a lot of lessons writing the first one, and he's now created this one instead. And this is based on, was it Unreal 4? Or was it Unity? I've forgotten. One of those. Unreal 4, I think I'm right in saying. Right, so we've got to go to the Coron's lab at Zunvar's planet. So where's that? There's Zunvar's planet. Okay. So let's go there. Let's have a quick peek at Zunvar's planet. Okay, so Zunvar's planet has got surface outposts and various different cities. That looks quite exciting, doesn't it? I like the way this works. Same game image. According to the listing on stream, it is necessary to play SpaceBourne 1. Okay. It's been over a week. How can you not know every bit of lore in this game? You. I think you overestimate my powers. Right, so Zunvar's is over there. There's Zunvar's. Right, now we have to lock on target.
Calibration module activated.
There we go. And then we
Calibration
engage
completed.
the left
Waiting
shift
for the
drive.
thruster input.
It isn't necessary. Okay, so this is a standalone game. I mean, it's very good at giving a sense of immersion that you're travelling through space and doing spacey stuff. The fact that it's connecting a bunch of different scenarios and it's not seamless isn't really bothering me very much, because that seems to be so hard for developers to do well. I like the way you get that wobble as you come. It makes you feel like you've really kind of like slammed on the anchors. Right, go to Coron's lab. Where do we find Coron's lab? That planet was whizzing around at fair lick. It was, wasn't it? So this, is it on the surface? How am I going to find the lab? Let's have a look at that again. Coron's lab. E to inspect. I don't see any orbital facilities, but I don't see Coron's lab on this list either. Is it in Coron's house? Yeah. No, I'm not sure. Be careful that these sudden breaks, you leave the ship and stay in space. Yeah, and you can jump out of your ship and do some EVA as well. I mean, that's pretty cool. So, okay, go to the Coron's lab at Zunvar's planet. So how do we find the lab? I don't see anything here at the planet. Coron's lab at Zunvar's planet. There's nothing Coron on that list, is there? There's thunderstorms on the surface, but so do we go down to one of the outpits, or what do we do? How do we find... Didn't it give you a settlement that it was in it? But I don't remember it saying a settlement. Was it maybe the main city? Maybe we just go to the main city? How do we... Oh, I can rotate it around myself. Okay. Where's the main city? I don't see that on the list here. Controls. Toggle raid mode.
To start a raid on a system,
Ooh.
open the
Nope,
scanner
I don't.
interface and press.
I really don't think I want to do that. Okay. I'm a bit confused now. Is there a game log that shows your previous dialogue? I don't know. Let's poke around the menu, shall we? Those are signals. Which doesn't seem to do anything. Log. Okay. Missions. It just says go to the Coron's lab at Zunvar's planet. Oh. That's where we are. Don't want to go there. So that's talking about us character-wise. That's the log. So there's nothing in there. Missions, rebuilding a friend. That's what we're doing. Go to the Zunvar system, talk with men, go to the Coron's lab at Zunvar's planet. But how do we find the lab? I would say just land at the main spaceport and see if there's an option to take a taxi. Okay, so we might just have to go down to the surface and see if we can find any clues. Maybe the game's a bit more freeform. Woo! Oh, sorry, I'm just trying to get the mouse under control. Right, how do we get down to the surface? We need to presumably select a surface target somehow. Ship is in orbit. Yeah. Okay, so how do we? Do we set a target to solar system? No. Okay, that's going back out. I can't see the city. There's It's not telling me how to target anything. I can zoom in a bit. Oh, hang on. What was that? Do you think that's a thing? Oops. How do I target a... According to the internet, sometimes you go to another planet and come back, it unbreaks and you can see a purple icon for the lab. Ah, so maybe it's a bug. Alright, let's try that then. Let's go to that planet there. So, middle mouse button.
Calibration module activated. Calibration completed.
Gauge the left
Waiting
shift
for the
drive.
thruster input.
Oh, I struggled with that for a bit. In the end, I just dove at the planet and it took me to a mission area. Okay, we might try that. If that doesn't work, let's go here and then come back again and see if that works. Okay, so like I said, jankiness. So lots of potential, lots of little rough edges need smoothing off on this game, but it's quite compelling. I love the warping effects and the travel effects. It's a very janky spaceship as well. Okay, so let's go back. I don't know if this is using up fuel or anything, but I guess we'll find. Right, so there's Zunvar's again. Excellent.
Calibration module activated. Calibration
Okay,
completed.
engage the left shift
Waiting for
drive.
the thruster input.
I love the way it sort of spools up. It's got quite good sound effects. Let's see if we can get it to. So otherwise, you can see a purple icon for the lab. Okay. Right. So do I just one developer? Yeah, I know, it's insane, isn't it? One developer. Okay, so we're here. Good. Let's inspect the planet. Is there a purple? There isn't, is there? There's no icon there telling me where to go. So let's just dive at the planet. How long is it going to take us to get down there? There's the boost. And we are. I can see the planet growing slightly, so it shouldn't take us too long to get down there. I think B when looking at it.
Warp drive.
Ah, there you go. Brilliant. Well done. Who was that? J1 Gamer 555. You've been very helpful. Thank you very much. Okay, so now I've.
Warp drive offline.
So warp drive. When you switch the warp drive
Warp
on,
drive online.
isn't? I thought the warp drive was the thing that we use to travel between the planets. Apparently not. Right. There's the core on location. We can just go there. Oh, now we've got a funky new interface.
The surface align process is completed.
Oh.
Waiting for the thruster input.
Right. Okay, so surface align process is complete. There we go. Nice! Woo! Okay, so cutscene to arrive on the surface while it loads, I'm guessing. And then... can't see anything. Are we on the dark side of the planet? Or what's happened? I can't see anything. Die.
Warp drive online.
Well, no, oh, well, hang on. No,
Warp drive offline. Warp drive online.
Where am I? Am I in... It's such a dark side of the planet. Nothing can be seen. I think I'm supposed to be... I don't know, have I hit a bug? I don't know what's happened here. Let's try and... Oh, there's call on location down there.
The surface align process is completed.
It's
Waiting for the thruster input.
0.1 meter. I'm in the village, am I? But where? Is there an external? I can't see anything. Do I get out? But I'm not landed or anything. I've just got no visual clues at all. There's nothing. There's literally nothing there. EVA. So how do I EVA again? Ejecting. They are ejected now. There's my ship. It's pitch black. There's nothing else here, as far as I can work out. There's nothing else there. It's
Warp drive online.
let's go somewhere else.
The surface align process is completed.
No, I'm
Waiting
here.
for the
It says
thruster
core and
input.
Do they have head torches? Yeah. Not sure what's happened. It was all going swimmingly. here, but I'm not anywhere. Either it's not loading or what? Type look inventory. I wonder, have I can hit the engine still. According to see, nothing's. Oh. So there's the core and location. But there's, I'm guessing it's not spawning or something. Leave the button and try again, reload, yeah. Maybe I can I save load? Where are we? Checkpoint. No, so those are all older ones. Report bug, yes. So I don't have a. I think I'm stuck. I seem to be in the seem to be in the void of nothingness. I don't know if there's any way out. Can I get out of here? There we go. Trebuchet flying point. What's that?
Calibration module activated.
It's the only thing I can target. Let's
Calibration completed.
see if we
Waiting
can,
for the thruster.
see if we can get out. Please let us out of wherever we are. Ship at orbital gravity. Is that good? We're in space at least. Can I abort the warp drive? That's not going down. Or is it? That doesn't sound good, does it? Is that is going down? It is going down. Maybe we're making progress. Yes, we are moving. I can see a planet coming in. I might want to hit the brakes, those guys. Boom. Right, we're back in space. All right, let's try that again, shall we? Okay. There's Zunvar's planet. Yep.
Calibration module activated.
The master of spaceships.
Calibration completed. Waiting for the thruster input.
Right. Engaging left shift drive. Let's go back to the planet. Right, that seems to be working. Definite freelancer vibe, yeah. Here comes the planet. There's Zunvar's planet. Right, so we're here. Should we, if I switch
Warp
on,
drive cooling.
so warp drive is cooling, yeah. And then if I press
Warp
B,
drive online.
there gives me core on location. Now, is that, these are all places I can go to, which I quite like the way that works. There's Trebuchet Point, which is in orbit, apparently. That's where we need to go, but that's what went wrong. Shall we try going down to an outpost instead? You just flew at the normal flight. Okay, let's try that. Maybe we'll just fly straight down. Let's just head there. Might take a little bit longer, but not sure. Yeah, this whole warp drive business, it's all overrated, you know. Press B. Yeah, well, if I press
Warp
B,
drive offline.
it disappears.
Warp drive online.
And last time I pressed B, we got into we ended up a black hole, which ended badly. Oh, I've just run out of turbo boost. Draconius 31, good to see you. So the boost hasn't really recharged. So last time I tried to do the warp to that location, it just went dark. Everything was black. Newtonian physics would be handy here, yeah. The planet's getting bigger quite quickly though. As you can see, it's creeping around the edges there. Does the ship have a turbo button? It does, Judy, look. There we go. There's the turbo button. It doesn't last very long though. Space is black. You're quite right, Big Boo. Save the game. Good point. Let's call it Stream 2. Yeah. Okay, so we are closing on the planet. Slowly but surely. Make a quick Dave. Dave the game. That's what we've got to do. Well, you can actually see there's multiple layers that I can actually. I mean, it's very pixelated at this range, but you can actually see clouds scudding across the surface there, which is quite nice. So I don't know what altitude we're at. We are getting quite close to the planet now. I do a lock, but don't. Oh, that turns the main.
The surface align process is completed. Waiting for the
Ah.
thrust input.
I didn't want to do that. I don't think. No, see that takes us back into nothingness. So let's reload the game. That's not the way to do it. Is that reticle big enough? It is a big reticle, isn't it? Let's be fair.
Warp drive online.
We're going to go down manually. First time chat from 2DGO. Hello, good to see you. We are trying to get the game to get us to where it's telling us to go at the moment. Whoa, there it goes. That worked that time. Or something. Looks like we're entering the planet's atmosphere. There we go. That did work. Oh, it's raining. That's quite cool. Oh, it seems to be taking us down the autopilot. It's raining. That's quite nice.
Something wrong. Check Coron's lab.
Something's wrong. That's quite nice, isn't it? So here we are on a. I like the atmospheric effects. Very pretty. Yep. Okay. Nice sense of atmosphere. Right. Where is the base? Just down below somewhere. There it is. Let's get down there then. Something's wrong. Yeah. Outside view. How do I get the outside view again? Yeah. The atmosphere. Let's have the outside. What is the outside view again? Can you remember what the key is? Was it an option from the... Is it an option from those? That's the ship. C. C for outside view. Okay. Oh yeah, there we go then. Yeah, so even the ship looks wet, doesn't it? Which is quite nice. Just seems to be a generic lighting effect from maybe overhead somewhere, but... Oh no, was that a bit of lightning over there? Can't see it. Yeah, look! Nice! Nice! Lightning! lightning. It's Scotland. Oh, this one. Okay, so we're in the middle of a storm. That was good. And there's like a base here. Right, so do I have to comms the base? Can I just land? I don't like number 3. That's always bad luck in my opinion in space games.
Landing gear deployed.
Put the undercarriage down. There we go, we're down. Okay, so exit G. Okay, so here we are on the surface of a nasty rainy planet. Nice. It's good. I mean, it's atmospheric planets. I mean, it's literally atmospheric planets. With proper lightning-y stuff going on. God rays and all sorts of stuff. I suppose we ought to be cautious really. This is good. So the cities here are sort of locales placed on a block really, aren't they? You can sort of see the limitations of the game engine, so it's not like I could keep walking over those mountains over there. That's almost certainly some kind of... It's 3D, look, it's illuminating itself quite clever. So I'd like to know what limitations of the game engine are. I mean, but that is a nice effect, isn't it? Very atmospheric. No, this doesn't look good, does it? Let's have a let's have a look here. I think it's time to get a gun, just in case.
I knew it. These are Corran's men, and I'm sure they know you're here. Don't stand a chance against the mercenaries of Corran's with their equipment of yours.
So
You need better equipment. I know where Corran hides his stash. Let me show you.
okay. Stash. Over there. Destroy reinforcements. Great. Okay, open character interface with you. So that's going to give me some armor. Okay. So how the hell do I do this then? Character. There we go. Equipment. Armor.
I'm seeing drop ships approaching your area. Get ready.
There we go. Railgun. That sounds quite good. Pulse rifle. I don't know if these are any good. Oh, I'm under attack already. I don't know what that is. Oh, I'll fire again. Oh, okay. Character. I've got a railgun, a shotgun, and an assault rifle. Let's try the assault rifle. 999. That sounds good. Better. Right.
Corran is not here. I'm sure they took him down to the research centre in the cave. I know I'm asking too much, but would you go to the cave by elevator and check it out?
Cave. Yeah, definitely will. Okay, go down to the cave by elevator. Right, so there's no way to tell who's out there. Caves are 300 metres beyond the ship. Oh, there's the caves. It's very good. Okay, it's loaded another level. Ooh. Heart. Okay, so now we... Not even going to mention game I've been dreaming of having this type of atmosphere. I know. Wouldn't it be great? But I just don't think it's ever going to happen. Okay, it's nice. Look at that, nice waterfall. Okay, so we've come down a huge depth. If you can see it, you can go to it. Okay, so that's quite good. I keep thinking one guy developed this and he's giving other major games, we do not mention the name, a serious one for money. I mean, it is. It's, well, it's only single player, but I mean, single player is. I mean, even if it was team co-op, this would be fun. It doesn't have to be PvP. Oh, okay. Got to be careful about this. I'm not sure running across there is a good idea. There's bound to be some weird lurgy monster in there, surely, right? Can we get around the edge? It doesn't look like we can, actually. That looks suspicious as well. Let's just... Can we get up on this rock? Yeah. Oh, she can climb. Yeah, she can climb. Oh, that's quite nice as well. Can she come all the way up there? How did I do that before? Looks like it's too slick. I don't think she can get round. Oh. It just materialised inside solid rock. Okay, so the collision detection not working quite right there. But that might explain why she can't climb the rock. I don't think I can get that way. I think we're going to have to walk across the water, which I don't really want to do, but let's see what happens. Okay, that's okay. Doesn't seem to be any lurgies. Heart, what's that got to mean? Is that thing? Quite a nice vibe. That just looks a bit wrong. Oh, there's a cave over there. Look at that. I mean, it's certainly an involved tutorial. So what's this thing? Oh, there's a... Oh, ooh. Look, there's a thing inside it. What is this?
Yes.
Sorry, your friend is dead. Yeah.
Dead. How?
I think he's murdered.
Damn it. I told him not to mess with Quinn. Wait a second. Do you see any AT documentation around? It should be in a small mechanical box.
Just some corpse.
Damn. It must not fall into Quinn's hands. Fortunately, we had a tracking device attached to the AT document. Just wait a sec.
What is that?
I know I'm asking a lot from you, but Curran stole the AT document and is about to leave the atmosphere.
Oh, no.
You must catch him immediately.
Yeah, but I want to look around the...
According to my screen, there's a cargo ship directly overhead. The AT document must be in a container on that ship. Please don't let them escape.
Yeah, but I want to go down that... I want to go and have a look down that tunnel over there. I don't want to follow the mission. Right, anyway, we're going... We better go and see if we... I don't want Follow the mission. How do I see where the cave goes? Okay, so that goes up. Right, there we go. Fade to black. So that's the only downside of these sort of things is the fade to black, isn't it? Right. Okay, so now it's chucking down rain again. Where's my ship? It's over there. Oh, we have a raid. Thank you for the raid. Pop's Place, we have a raid. Press G to activate jetpack. Oh, some bad music has just started up. I think I'll be in my ship. Thank you for the raid, Pop's Place. Appreciate that. Welcome to all the raiders. There's a cargo ship up there. Right, what do I do to it? Do I shoot it down? Catch the cargo ship. It's just 200 kilometers away and close to us. There we go. I think we caught the cargo ship.
Of course, there are fighters defending the ship.
Oh, of course there are.
You can't get on the ship unless you destroy them first.
Right, how do I get... Anybody remember how to activate the guns? Because I can't remember how to activate the guns. I'm not firing on the mouse button. Tab. Right here.
Weapons online.
Thank you. let's do some lasering them. Okay, so we've got energetic music. We've got...
Target shields down.
We switch to the pew pew guns. There we go.
Target destroyed.
Switching back to pew pew guns. Switching back to lasers. Oh, this is good though. This has got a story. Some stuff's happening. It's got chain mission, you know, with different things happening. It's good. Is there a way to turn the music off? There might be. A bit busy right now. Let me just deal with this fighter.
Weapons over target shields down. Target destroyed.
Damn it. The cargo ship is accelerating. If it leaves the atmosphere, we lose it. Damage its engine now.
There's no range. Great, good. Oh, lightning and everything. Oh, there's the engine. Boom. Oh. Nice.
Good. It can't go anywhere. Now get off your ship and get on top of the cargo ship to check the containers one by one. I'm sure it's in one of them.
On planets with gravity below 14.2 ms², you can use the spacesuit as a jetpack. For this, eject from your ship. When you have a surface to land on, you can shut down your jetpack with the G key.
Okay, I'm going to try and get as close as possible to the... Yeah, right, let's eject.
That takes the cake. They have guard drones. Watch out.
Oh, I need to activate my... How do I get my guns out? There we go. Here we go. back, you cowardly thing. Gotcha. Right. Okay. How do I get to in there? Oh, we have to interact. Right. Okay, so temperature it's on.
No, it is not in here.
Oh, it's an approaching thing. How do I interact with that door? Maybe random sign. There we go.
Not here. Damn it. Please keep...
These drones are annoying. Yeah. Gotcha.
Here it is. Please bring it to me at any cost. We can't let Corin get those. Wait a second. We can't leave any evidence behind. According to my screen, the middle container carries gas canisters. With their help, we can destroy the ship.
Shoot the ship to pieces with my ship.
Now go and shoot the gas canisters until they catch fire. Be careful. If you shoot more than necessary, it will explode while you're on it.
Great. Come on, get in visual range. Here it comes. Gotcha. Right, shoot gas canisters. That doesn't sound like a great idea. Loot all. F. Oh, that's a loot some stuff. Right, cargo ship. Gas canisters are over there, 54 metres away. Right, okay. I like the way this works. It's just exciting stuff. Okay, so
Okay, that's enough. Get out of there and get on your ship now.
Shield recharging.
That's it.
boom.
I can't thank you enough. Please bring me the AT documents. And as promised, your robot is about to be repaired.
Excellent. I mean, it's still janky, but that was fun. That was so good. That was just really, really. I mean, you had a bit of exploration, caves, underground, bit of pew pew, bit of spaceship combat. Then you had a heist on the ship. That was great. Excited by that. That was really, really good. Wow. Right, go back to the next station. That I mean, that was so exciting. And the drones and things, that was a new idea. Big fan of that. That was really good. Oh, I can feel the adrenaline kind of calming down now.
Module activated.
Ooh,
Calibration completed.
that was
Waiting
good.
for the thruster input.
Being shouted at by a Yorkshireman as well. Can I try and turn the music down a bit? Yeah, hang on a minute. Let's see if there's an option for settings, music's audio. There we go. Music. It already has been turned down a bit, actually. There we go. Let's turn it down to 30%. Let's see if that's a good. Always hopes we're heading back to the days of making fun games instead of making games that just look. Yeah, I mean that was fun. It really was fun. The game has enormous potential once Jack. I mean, yeah, definitely. Okay, and when you turn up at the space stations, there's a few other ships doing some stuff. There's a nice bit of ambience as well. Right, so let's get close to the space station because we know how this works. The amount of time you have left to dock is very short. Where is it? Where are the dock? Oh, the docking bay is at the other end. Look. And the space stations are nicely done. I mean, they're not super high res or anything, but they're okay. They're good enough. Well, we know we're going to be docking there, so then we press signal. I like the way this works. Docking
request granted. In order to use station services, please dock to the port reserved for you in the next minute.
Doesn't give you long, gives you a minute to dock, which isn't very long at all.
Landing gear deployed.
But you can just sort of point. There's no skill in landing. You just sort of crash. Exit G. Yeah, so one of the games that certainly the game has nailed the ambience. This is, I mean, it's got a real good vibe, hasn't it? And yeah, the characters are a little bit inconsistent, but like you say, with a bit of work. And this is, I don't know how much of the game we're experiencing at the moment. In terms of, you know what I mean by, is this still the tutorial or am I playing the game at the moment? I don't really know. I feel like I'm just involved now. I want to. Okay, so what's this robot? This guy we've helped out. This is the space station we've already been to, isn't it? She's carrying a lot of weight. This girl now. Look, she's got 2 big guns and a pistol. Here we go. Right. So let's use the fast travel. So see how that works. I mean, I presume it's just a fade to black screen. Entrance, marketplace, living call. So let's go to marketplace.
This is the final boarding call for passengers booked on
Yeah,
flight
that just takes us straight to where Sven is, presumably.
309.
That's quite handy. So there's a time saver if you want it. You don't have to use it, but there's a time saver.
I can't believe what you just did there.
Yeah.
You were great.
He's a Yorkshireman.
As promised, I repaired your robot. However, only the B drive was operational. This means that only the head of the robot was working.
Okay.
But after all you've done for me, I didn't want to settle for that. I found a very clean robot from the junkyard. Uploaded your robot's B drive to a newer model droid. As a matter of fact, you will have a new generation multifunctional droid with the brain of your old robot.
Ooh.
These SR-11 models are very athletic, able to fight and even... You know what I mean?
No, I don't. Elaborate for me, my friend.
I almost forgot. I collected to ship weapons and to upgrade components for you. I'm sure they're better than the ones loaded on your ship.
Okay, so he's giving me some ship
Thanks
upgrades.
again. If you need anything, you know where to find me.
Nice. Okay, so I've got to go talk to this Dren guy who is There.
This exoskeleton. It is different.
So this is my robot.
It's you.
Well, eh? Do you know who I am? Why does it feel like we've already met?
I was an old colleague of your father's.
Okay.
I had promised him I would watch over you and thought I had failed him. But here you stand before me.
Yep, that's a good question.
It's understandable you don't remember me. After all, you were just a baby when we parted ways. My designation was 3rd Commander of the WRA. I was the right hand of the great general, your father.
What is WRA?
World Resistance Army.
Ooh.
An organization founded by your father. Freedom.
Oh, so we're fighting for good once again. Well, you've come to the right place because you're looking at the guy who destroyed the Death Star just over the weekend. Okay,
For that, I need to start from the beginning.
So bit of exposition. Cinematic.
Which brings us to today.
Okay. I think we missed the cinematic. I think that was a placeholder for for a cutscene that was supposed to happen. I think cinematic was like, there's insert video here. Which brings us to today. We don't know what we missed.
Now the responsibility falls onto you to continue what your father started. That is to unite and liberate the entire human race.
Right. So let me get this straight. You're looking for a new leader for your terrorist organisation. You want me to be this new leader? Well, forget it. I'm just too fine as a freelancer. I think Alessia has got a point.
Your father was no terrorist. He was a great resistance
But
leader.
who are we
The true
resisting
terrorists
against?
are the current leaders of this galaxy.
Okay, so growing up, I've heard plenty of people complain about these. You know what? We're doing just fine without the WRA. We have built and thrived in secret cities free from their interference. Yeah, okay, so she's a reluctant recruit.
Do you call living in secrecy freedom? I know how the council of these leaders works. If they were ever to discover your cities, they would slaughter all the Earthlings. So tell me, is this really how you want to live? In fear?
All I know is that we're doing fine so far. I don't want to stir things up. Re-establishing the WRA will only put a giant target on the backs. She's very sensible, my character.
At this time, I see that it is pointless to try to convince you. You said you're a freelance pilot, correct? Then I have a job for you.
Okay. Strange that there's just one option here. Right, I can take her job. How will you give my reward? I don't want the job from you. I'd be inclined to do 3, but I wonder if that's going to end the game.
I will give your father's armor.
Ooh,
It is priceless.
okay, that sounds like it might be worth having. Oh, now I've got to do the job.
Your father's former second in command, Anchor. He is in prison. I want you to break him out.
Ah,
Of course. I am a man of many... Correction. A woman of many plans now, I suppose. You'll need to travel to the planet Zeta. Specifically the prison district. Take out any of the hostels and free Anchor.
what should I do, team? Shall we go and bust somebody out of prison who's presumably a terrorist as well, a convicted terrorist, or do we actually go our own way and try and be a good citizen of the galaxy, and a law-abiding citizen of whatever the leaders of this place are? Because we haven't really been introduced to the political background here, so I'm a little bit out. Go for the prison bus does sound like more fun, I have to say. Which pays more? It's the tutorial. So it's okay then.
Great. Let's discuss the details then. Nirax, a world organization leader, has devised a prison raid plan. We will need to join this raid and extract Anchor before the prison is destroyed.
Okay, so we're doing somebody else's plan.
What is the date today? We are still 50 moons away, but I can move up the schedule.
No, don't move up the
issues
schedule.
there. Every
50
worldly
moons sounds
organization
fine to
is
me.
loyal and will follow your father's and Admiral's orders.
Admirals.
We
Where's
have
that?
plenty of time should you need it. I would recommend to use this free time wisely.
Oh, I got some free time.
There are various guilds throughout the galaxy that you can join. By becoming a member, you can gain experience and reap the unique benefits offered by each guild.
Okay, so I can skip time. No, I think that sounds like a good idea.
Wise choice.
Okay, where can I find these guilds?
There is a guild section in the main interface.
Right.
There you can find the location of the closest branch of each
Just
guild.
space terrorist.
I would suggest joining the Freelancers Guild first. The types of missions they offer will enhance your piloting skills, and this will in turn allow you to equip higher tier upgrades. The choice is of course yours to make.
Right, good to know. Thanks.
If you don't mind, I would like to join your crew.
Okay.
As a co-pilot, I bring many years of experience that will be of benefit to you.
That's probably a good idea, actually, isn't it?
Wise choice. As a co-pilot, my first advice would be to upgrade your weapons. Smen's weapons are and should be better than what you're currently using. It would be wise to equip them before we encounter any further hostiles. Let's be on our way then.
Right. Yes, let's. Okay, so I've been given some upgrades for my ship, which is cool. Get back to your ship, wait until the road. We're with you. Yeah, now I think we should ignore that advice and go and find the Explorers Guild quickly. Get ourselves out of trouble. So how do I equip my ship then? Excuse me, that's going to be the first thing. Now there was a service terminal over here. These terminals look oddly familiar, don't they? So F to interact. Okay, so weapon management. I have no idea what I'm doing. Is that?
And any passengers requiring special assistance to begin boarding at this time.
Is
Please have your boarding pass.
a static laser. Now those are I think those are the things that I've got on my shield, the ship at the moment.
Thank you.
What the hell game is this? Says Ugly Spirit. This is SpaceBourne 2. So I can unload it, but how do I? Components management. Okay, so that's the ship. So I have no idea what I'm doing here. Weapon systems. Still a... Okay, so I've added that in. Is that good? Gunshot engine burn, power drone ship. I don't know what I'm doing. I can load things. So these are things I've got. Okay, so in sort of spare. And I can't put it in there. I've got an engine burner, and that one there. Show your ship's engine. So that's a still engine burner. So ship speed 3000. That one there is slower. So that's a better one.
This is the final
What does this thing do?
passengers
Power up your drone.
372 to Carling Planet.
So I think. Oh, there's a drone there.
The final check is finished, and the captain will order the door.
Confusing interface. Is it early access? Yes, it is. It is an early access.
Thank you.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah, you can buy it, but it is an early access. Right. It says get back to your ship. There's drain. Is this got the chatter's quite nice? I would like to go and find the Explorers Guild, to be honest. How does she say you could find out where the guilds were? She's following me around now, which is slightly creepy. Did she say something about the services? That's components, so that's stuff to buy, yeah. Where are the guilds? Turrets. So that's weaponry as well. Explorers Guild, exactly, yeah, that's what I want to do. See these components? How do I find where the guilds are? Maybe they're back. Let's do fast travel back to the entrance. That's spooky, she can follow me around. That doesn't interact.
The launch ship for the Terra system will leave today at 44:00. The next flight will be in 231 hours.
How do I find the guild? It says something about security. Is it in services? Maybe it's in services. I think it is in here somewhere. Probes, drones, rockets, torpedoes, weapon management. Bank. Miss Actor. I don't know what I'm doing. Isn't the guilds one of the buttons in the main interface? Yeah, that's a good point. It is, isn't it? So is it up there? Okay, let's try that. That's a good suggestion. H. Yeah, it is. There we go. So the freelancers. Okay, so I'm not a member of anything. There's the freelancers. That's the good. Well, who was that? Who was that? Starlawn and Eridan Dundragon. Thank you very much. Isn't the guilds one of the buttons in the main interface? Yes, is. So that's good. First time chat from Starlawn. Guilds are separate space stations. Okay, so there's the mines. There's the Explorers Guild. So the Explorers Guild rank 1 allows me to find hidden structures, and then space anomalies, and then wormholes. Okay, which sounds pretty cool. Freelancers Guild, access to look for pilot system, access to freelancer armory, 25% cut from LFP mission rewards. Mercenary Guild, Miners Guild. So there's mining, there's exploration, there's bounty hunters, mercenary, and freelancers. So closest branch, there we go. So we can go to the Marma system. All the way to, what should we do? Should we do exploration? Join them all. I quite fancy trying the Explorers Guild. So that's in the Rotan system. And the leader is Polar Extrarad. Let's try that. Rotan. Let's try and remember the Rotan system then. Okay, so to the lifts. To the ship. So landing ports 1, 2 and 3. Landing port 2 is over there. How do we know where our ship is? Does it magically transport to the right pad? Oh no, landing pad 2 is just not open. Okay. So we have to. We always have to go up to the stairs there, which presumably automatically takes us back to the right ship. Okay, that's cool. Fair enough. Right. Helmets on, everyone. There we go. Right. Hopefully, there's 2 seats on this. Yeah. Let's see what the exploration's about. Let's go and see. Rotan we're looking
First, open the services panel to manage your ship.
Ah, okay, so load new weapons, right. F.
To load weapons, open the weapon management section. Before starting, unload your old weapons by clicking
we
on them
can
on the
walk
left
like Gatling and a Moltec Pulse.
On the right, card. Weapons do not belong to a group when loaded. You have to group them yourself. Now add this weapon to fire group 1.
Or do I want that in group 2? Probably want that in. So not quite sure. Weapons do not bond to group when loaded. You have to group them yourself. Add this one to file group 1. How do we do that? That just unloads it. Gear line to the right of weapon.
Now load the second weapon and add it to the second fire group. Good.
Gotcha.
Now let's load the components on the ship. For this, open the component. Just like the weapons, you can load the components by clicking on the cargo. But first, remove the old shield and hull components, then load the new ones.
Okay, so shield off. Which is the new shield? That one, presumably. Power system. Ship shield. No, much better that one is. So we want that one there. That's a hull. Gunter shield knight. Gunter. Apparently that seems to be the only one we have in there. Still have weapon systems. First, remove the old shield and hull. Okay, so that one we've upgraded. Oh, that one there. Hull. Still a hull. Yeah. Okay.
Each ship's component slots are different. For example, this ship has weapon systems and aim component slots. These slots are hard to find on every ship. All set. Now close this panel.
Okay, so it's going to be through a little bit of ship outfitting. That was quite nice. Okay, so take off then.
Landing gear retracted.
I could have sold the weapons, could I? Okay, for monies. Well, let's do that then.
Landing gear deployed.
Dunk. There we are. Nice landing. So can I sell these things that I don't need? How do I sell them? Any terminal. Okay, so I've got to go into the terminal. Right, exit G. I can't believe I've been playing for an hour and 45 minutes. Right, so the
sitting around here for a while now without any problem.
Right, so this is the same. Ah, here we go. So bank. So this is all my stuff. So this is stuff I don't need. These are the guns I don't need. These are the other bits I don't need. I think. Oh, I don't need the choir suit if I've got the Saren suit because it's better. Yeah, okay, so I can sell that. Don't think I need that. I don't know what that is. Drone ship. Oh, I might keep that because I'm not sure. Right, so there we are. How do I sell then? I don't want to take it, I'll just sell it. So how do I sell it? It's my gal. I haven't got a gal. Weapons or components terminal. But I'm in the bank. So am I in the wrong place? Where's the weapons terminal?
I'm not convinced that hiring a new pilot is...
Let's go in there then. Okay, components, right, okay. Right, so Cell. Right, so I've got some melted metal. Cell.
This is the final
Yeah.
boarding call for
I've got
passengers booked on flight 300.
the Sarin suit, which I think I ought to keep.
Please proceed
That's the
to gate
rubbishy one.
immediately. The final checks are being completed, and the captain
that one's
will
better,
order
the
door
Dieta suit.
for the spacecraft to close in approximately
That one.
5 minutes' time. I repeat, this is the final boarding
That's the least good suit.
Thank you.
That one we will keep because that one's clearly a lot better. Damage resistance 4.2. Well, it's yes and no. I don't know what some of that stuff does. Okay, anyway, well that tells me how to do buy and sell. That's quite useful to know. There's the weapons, turrets. Sell. Is there anything here? It's got shotguns. Yeah. Okay. What about, where are the weapons, the ship weapon stuff then? Where would I sell those? Not entirely sure how that works. Components I can see here, but it doesn't seem to show me. That's showing me shotguns, but it's not showing me the weapons on the ship. No, I don't want to do that. Same place. So why can't I see the shipborne weapons?
The launch ship for the Terra system will leave today at 44:0. The next flight will be
I'm only seeing, I'm not seeing
Passengers going to
the ship
Terra
weapons.
kindly requested to go to the domestic.
Oh, did I store them in the bank? Ah, right, okay, so take them out of the bank. Right, gotcha. That's how that works. Okay. Right. Let's bring them back out of the bank then. Then we're going to sell them. Right, okay, that makes sense. Ah, whew. Okay, so there's a nice little buying and selling mechanic here as well. Here we go. Right, okay, so I don't need this. So I can sell that. So that's actually worth a fair bit of cash. Okay, sell that as well. There's the railgun. Don't need that. Don't need that either. No, don't need that. Okay, so I've made some monies. Nice. Okay, brilliant. That's good. So they gave me some free stuff to upgrade my ship. Let's go use the fast travel landing pad. That's even better. Look, and go straight to the landing pad. Nice.
We've been talking about this for a while now, but it's time to take action. By hiring a freelance pilot, we can greatly...
Okay. How small is the team working on this game? It is one. I mean, yeah, just insane. It's very, very good. Most of the little mechanic-y bits that you think should be there are there, aren't they? Like buying and selling bits of equipment and different guns and stuff. Okay, let's get to the ship. Presumably my robot lady is still aboard. Okay, right, so let's take off. See if we can join the guild for the end of the stream.
Landing gear retracted.
Right, so I've got to go, what was it, the Rotan system. That is not here, is it? So we're going to have to go to the Stargate. Where's the Stargate? There it is. So let's head back to... Oh. Let's get the space station out of the way.
Calibration module activated. Calibration completed. Waiting for the thruster input.
Did I just see a destination in the solar system called Escape Route? Yeah, I'm not sure what that does. It is a bit janky, but it's really fun to play. It is, yeah, I can thoroughly recommend it as a sort of space opera adventure. I mean, that heist on the freighter thing was just epic. That was. Really enjoyed that. Right, so we're approaching the Stargate. Okay. Right, so now we need to... Not that. What's the next drive? The Stargate interface. How do I get that up? No, it's not G. What is it? How do we activate the Stargate? H? Stargate, there we go. Open Atlas and set route. There we go. Right, so we need to go to the Rotan. There it is, there, look. Okay. Let's go to the Rotan system. Show the system. Oh, I like the way that works. Okay. And we'll see if we can figure out where to go when we get there. Okay, so I like the way that works. There's the Rotan system. So, Q to set route. There we go. Right, so now we go back to thing, and then we engage this target again, I'm assuming. Jump to next route. Yeah.
Please approach to the jump point to start jump process.
Oh, I like the way this works. So you've got warp drive for inter-system travel, and then the stargates for system-to-system travel. Okay, to the jump point.
Please proceed through the gate in the path reserved for you.
Have a nice journey.
Destination reached.
Boom. Rotan system. Ruler House Benezula. Ooh, that's like June. The houses. I like the way there's adverts at the as you arrive. That's pretty cool. Right, so we're now in this system. There's the Stargate. Now, how are we going to find the guilds? Let's go back to this thing. Guilds. Explorers Guild. Rotan 175. Closest branch is this system, but where do we go to find them? Explorers, oh, there we are. They're up there. Explorers Guild Space Station. Nice, nice. There it is. Let's go.
Calibration module activated. Calibration completed. Waiting
Grade
for the
left shift
thruster
drive. Left shift drive engaged. Maximum warp. Boom. Electron Ghost says, well, the Bevel Station labelled Explorers Guild was probably it. RTM. Yeah, alright, guy. Give me... It's late. I've had a long day. Stop being me. Oh, look, there's a planet going past the right hand side. Squirrel. That was cool. We made. I got there in the end. Let's see what the Explorers Guild's got to say for itself. Boom. Oh, lots of different types of space station as well. And this one is rotating. Look, it's Babylon 5. This must be our last best hope or something. They're nice, aren't they? These space stations are good. They're not as like super high res as the Star System ones, but they've got a similar sort of vibe, haven't they? Let's go and find. There's the landing pads there. Whoa, sorry about the wobbles. Okay, so let's contact the space station. Docking request.
Docking request granted. In order to use station services, please dock to the port reserved for you in the next minute.
Don't get very long to dock. You get a minute to dock. Otherwise, they basically say, nope, that's not fast enough for your rubbish.
Landing gear deployed.
I love the landing gear radar. Look at that. That's quite nice. Dude, that's a really nice thing, isn't it? Why can't more space games have things like that? That's a really nice little landing camera. Right, so exit G. Let's go have a look at the Explorers Guild space station. So here we are. Look. That's very nice. Okay, so Gate 1. Gate 1. There's a lot of nice background chatter as well. Oh, cutscene. Yes. No. Oh, kind of just popped inside the Explorer. So this is it. This is the Explorers Guild. That's just the entrance, I'm guessing.
According to the decisions taken at the last General Assembly meeting, discovered anomalies of wormholes must be reported to Explorer Guild officials within 16 hours. Otherwise, a penalty will be applied by the disciplinary board.
Registration, I guess. How do I become a member? Ah, here we go. Welcome to the Explorers. What can I do? I want to join the guild. Great! All we have to join the guild is to identify a spot that's not yet being found anywhere for us. If you do this, you will become a member of our guild. Would you like to take the task now? Well, obviously, yeah. Contract signed. Explorers Guild interview task. Did he just put a pair of glasses on? Okay, no, I think I've already done this. What do explorers do? We discover from the furthest corners of the galaxy to other systems, we find and explore places where no one else has. We have developed probe systems for this. Each system contains weaker systems. We offer these systems only to our members. Cool. Anything else? No. Okay, so have I joined? Not a member, but I do have. There we go. Right. Okay. So this is a bit like No Man's Sky, the way the missions are organised. Finding any hidden. Right. So what I've got to do? Finding a hidden point with the help of probes. You can buy probes on the services panel at stations. Okay. Find any hidden locations at any solar system. Right. So I need to go and buy a probe from the services. It's organised quite well. Look. So the registration's down there. Then there's administration only. Can't go down there. Then there's the market down here.
Not just the management. The more members we have, the stronger we are.
So is this where I go? Legendary, legendary, and epic. What does that mean? Oh, okay. So it's like it's rank. Can't do those components there. Ah, components is probably what I want, isn't it? So what I want to do, I want to buy a probe, don't I? Scan systems? I can turn things off, right, okay. Filter. I still have scanner boss. No, that's not what I want, is it? So how do I buy a probe? I don't know how to buy a probe. Gonna ask that guy again. I'm confused. I'm not a very good explorer, as you can tell. Can you tell me again about this probe business? I want to join the guild. Right. Okay, it doesn't tell me again. That's a bit annoying.
After the Alpha, Beta, and Omega, skin system, the Guild Research and Development Team is developing the hammer skin. With this new system, the locations of extragalactic entities will be dimmed. When hammer skin becomes available, it will only be given to rank 3 members.
Okay, hang on. You can buy probes for services panels at stations. Right, I need a services panel. Is there one of those in here? I don't see one. There wasn't one over there, was there? Maybe, is there one in the entrance? Ship manager. Ammo. Do I have to go back to... Oh, in-ship services. Right, sorry, I missed that. Draconis, thank you for that. Okay, so this airlock is a bit of a cutscene, which is a bit weird, but never mind. Okay, let's go into the services. Let's see if I can buy the probe, then next week we can... Oh, there we go, services. Then we can... Right, okay, so I want a probe. Ah. Right, so detects... Well, these are quite expensive, aren't they? Right, detects all signal echoes of the solar system. Converges signal echoes towards the origins. Increases the signal and thus delays their disappearance. So which one do I need? Detects all signal echoes. Oh, I need all of them, do I? Right. Hold left mouse button to buy. So oh, I've got them. Looks like I've already been given them. Already fitted. Right, so I am ready to go. Right, okay. Whew, all right, confusing. Right, okay. So I think we'll call it a halt there. Because I'm getting exhausted, but that was good. That was really, really good. Now we get to do a bit of exploration and see what the exploration dynamics are like. So I'm going to save that and call that stream 2. No, don't want to load it. I want to overwrite it. There we go. Good. Okay, so we'll pick that up next week. Next week's exciting episode. We'll actually go off and do some explanation. Explanation. We might do that as well, but we'll do some exploration too. That was good. That was good. Yeah, this is fun. It's got good bits of Star Citizen wandering around the things. Certainly the station interiors are really, really good. The mission stuff was great fun. Really, really enjoyed that. So yeah, definitely got huge potential. And one guy developed this. I mean, wow. Insane. Right, be good, my friends. Hopefully see you tomorrow for a bit of Star Citizen. Be interesting to compare and contrast after all this, actually. But yeah, so wow. Okay, cool. Be good. I will see you tomorrow, and take it easy. Right on, my fellow commanders, and I'll see you soon. I can switch this thing off. Let go of my mouse. Let go of my mouse. I may have to quit the game first. Ah dear. Right. Anyway, see you, my friends. Be good.